It's Friday, and we are going to get into this week's news. Just to start off, here's a list, if you may want it, of what is coming to July, or to Shudder, in July. I've just wanted a picture like I did last week of the Cubs. Just wanted something to start off. So, let's get into it. First off, we have, and this is from ABC News, and I have another one from New York Post. A family reports receiving 16 calls. I saw another one, I think it was the New York Post, saying it was like 20, so take it as it is. Calls from a missing grandparent's landline in the collapsed Florida condo. And I won't get into it a whole lot. You can read these articles. But it's basically, it's impossible for this to be happening, pretty much, is what I understood from the articles. And this is not the first time. I'll take it how you will, if this is true or not, but supposedly they've shown proof of this, and there's more than one article on it. So I'll go over to the New York Post. As you see, New York Post still getting calls. And I remember seeing something close to this. There was like a really bad train accident. I forget where it was, but they were missing a family member, and they had gotten some phone calls from this family member, and then they ended up finding out those phone calls happened after they had passed. So, I don't know, but what I've read from the articles is they answer the phone, it's nothing but static, and when they try to call it back, it's a busy signal. So, if this is true, this is not the first incident of this happening. So, very interesting. It sounds like they're trying to reach out and contact their family. On to the next. We have, remember I talked about last week, we are going to have a new Transformers, I couldn't think of it, Transformers movie. Ron Perlman is going to play the voice of Optimus Primal. Now, Peter Cullen, the guy that does the voice for Optimus, will still voice Optimus himself. So it sounds like we're going to have two Optimuses. I'm not really familiar with these Autobots, so I don't know. Remember, I had said that there's going to have more different Transformers in this, so obviously we're going to get some of the Primal ones in there. On to the next. This is coming from Channel 3000. Now, this is Madison News from Wisconsin. I saw this come across yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Judge orders release of the Wisconsin woman in the Slenderman case. I thought there was two. I'm pretty sure there was two. I don't know what happened to the other one. But she has been held in a mental health facility. And they say that she is no longer a threat. I'm not sure if the other one is still being held. I don't remember seeing anything about that, but at least one of them, if the other one hasn't been released already, I'm not 100% sure, but this one is getting released. And on to the next. We have Fright Crate had put this out. Thanks to everyone that has supported Fright Crate through the years, we are closing shop and no longer going to be taking new orders. But just wanted to thank each and every one of you for being with us on this journey. May boxes will be shipped this week. June boxes will be shipped next month. And that is it. And this is literally the first time I ordered last month. Literally the first time I ordered Fright Crate, and then they closed down. I am not laughing that they're closing down, I'm just laughing at my luck. But yeah, unfortunately Fright Crate will be no more. So, on to the next. We are getting an Exorcist sequel, and they're going to try to do what they're doing with Halloween. This sequel will wipe out all the other sequels in the trilogy. This is coming from Arrow in the Head. And let's see this little quote here. I want to make a movie that works for both audiences. And they said that David did, I guess that's the director of the new Halloween, did that with Halloween. And so he's going to do that with Exorcist as well. So, yeah, so we're getting an Exorcist sequel, and it's going to do the same thing that Halloween did. Now, I kind of like the new Halloweens, but I kind of like all the Halloweens except for Rob Zombie number 2. I didn't even like Rob Zombie number 1. But there's not too many movies I absolutely hate. This is another one from Dread Central. A new Exorcist sequel to ignore all other sequels. So that's, do you see? There's 2 articles on that. Next, I thought this was interesting from Bloody Disgusting. Monster Mash fruit snacks to continue General Mills' 50th anniversary celebration of the classic cereal monsters. I don't know, but I want this. This is why I'm adding this in. Yeah, I want fruit snacks that taste like these. Is it going to be chocolate, or is this... I guess that's going to be grape, maybe? I don't know. But ain't you going to be thinking of, like, chocolate? He's, like, the only one out of the mix. Because wasn't this, like, a fruit berry? This was strawberry. This is, like a blueberry. I never saw the werewolf, so I don't know what he was. I don't remember ever seeing the mummy either. I only remember this dude, the ghost, and Count Chocula, Blueberry, and Frankenberry. That's the only ones I remember ever seeing. I really have no idea about the mummy or the werewolf. And I'm assuming this castle is Count Chocula's castle. But yeah, keep an eye out for Monster Mash fruit snacks. I know I will be. Oh, I already did that one. Next off, if people don't know, Antonio Banderas. He is going to star in the Monster of Florence. It's a true crime series. Sexy man. And it says it's a true story. And he is from Spain, so I'm guessing the person that he's playing is from Spain. I don't know. I don't know much about this true story. And they pick Interview with a Vampire as his thing. He's got so much other stuff in there. But it's got Antonio Banderas. I'm going to watch it. I don't care. On to the next. Now we're getting Blood Red Sky. It shows what happens when that does that with a plane with vampires on board. So, we've had snakes on a plane. We have had zombies on a plane. And now we're going to have vampires on a plane. I can't think of anything else that's been on the plane that I'm aware of. That I know I've seen snakes and zombies. But now we're getting vampires in the plane. On to the next. Now this looks interesting. An earthquake unleashes something horrifying and it crawls beneath. It looks like that's the only picture it shows, but basically it looks like there's some monster crawls up out of the ground after an earthquake. Sounds interesting. I will definitely check that out. And if you guys haven't seen, I've been kind of questioning this. Now, I'm going to see this either way because I absolutely loved Don't Breathe. It was amazing. Don't Breathe 2, excuse me, Don't Breathe 2 trailer almost made it look like this guy was the good guy. If you remember, he had somebody captive in the basement. Yes, people broke into his house and he fought them off, but he had a captive in the basement. And in this one, he has a child. I don't know where he got that child, because if you remember what he was doing to the person in the basement, that might be the reason why he has this said child. Either that, or he just up and kidnapped the child. I don't know. But yeah, and he's of course teaching. It's a little girl, and he's teaching her how to be a survivalist, basically. And these people break into his house, and it almost like they're coming after the girl. What I've understood from the trailer, so maybe he did kidnap her. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, he got his hands on a little girl and he's teaching her survival skills. But I'm gonna watch it either way. The first one was amazing. I'm sure this one will be great as well. On to the next. If anybody has watched Good Omens, it has been renewed for a second season. It has David Tennant and I forget that dude's name in it. And I know we really enjoyed this. What was the best part? I shouldn't really say best part, but what was funny about this is people were protesting Netflix to get this taken off, and it was on Amazon Prime. So, oh, Michael Sheen. Okay, Michael Sheen, and that's David Tennant. So yeah, we're getting second season of this. Should be interesting. On to the next. This one I found kind of interesting. The Rubber, if you remember the Killer Tire director, is making a giant fly comedy called Mandibles. Takes flight next month. Look at that. But if it's coming from the guy who did Rubber, I like Rubber. I was hoping to come across it from one of the Dollar Trees, but I only made it to one and it wasn't there, and I haven't been able to make it out to the other one, so I did not get to get this, but I do want this. But a Rubber, and this will be available everywhere July 23rd, so keep an eye out for Mandibles. If it's anything like Rubber, this is going to be great. So, that is it for the news.